found another cool little bit here. I know in the past it was always frustrating for me if I would change anything on these vehicles. For example, if you want to change, and in 25 it's much easier to change the chassis of a vehicle or the frame. These dynamic parts would stay a specific color. So I'm going to show you how we can do that. I'm just going to show you the code. I'm not going to enter it all in each time. That way it can save a little bit of time. Basically, all I did was come in here and add a bunch of design color configurations. So this one was already in the game for the base track part of the tractor. And then what I did is to keep it separated so we can see what's going on, so I can show you a lot easier, because the parts are fairly small. As I have it labeled cylinder, cylinder top, decal. Then I even did the hub and bolt. I know I showed you how to do that in the hub and wheel section, and to color those in the actual sections you want to go up to the wheels and make sure, I think there was a hub section, yeah, right there. I basically disabled all the colors just by striking them out in the hub and the additional materials. So I'll show you first where it is here, and then I'll show you the trick of where to get the slot name, because that's the biggest thing, is it's letting you name the slot names, material slot names, from the actual i3D. So we'll jump right into back into the game here. I'll show you that it's actually happening. So you have your main color, no big deal. So cylinder, like we switch that to pink. As you can see, the actual cylinder frame is turning pink. Cylinder top, as you can see, the top turned red. And then I even show that you can mess with the decal. I think the decal's right there. So if you go decal, oh no, it's right there. Decal back to yellow. It's just that. So it just shows you can do the same thing with decals as well. And then if we look, we can see the hubs are set to a gray. If we set that to pink, you can see both the hubs turn pink. And then the bolts, same thing. We can go to like a yellow, just to show you that the bolts are actually turning yellow. So that's what it's doing in game, which is what you want, but I'm going to show you how that actually happens. So again, you're actually I just title it cylinder so we can see it in game. And the cool thing about this is if you wanted it to automatically happen with the actual let's see, let's go Control Q. Like say you wanted the base or the frame of that tractor to change, I think it'll let me do it by doing a reload. Of course, I've done a bunch of other stuff. So reload. Now when we go to change, yeah, you can see that the back part of that, now you'd have to add on the colored parts to the rest of this tractor, but you can see that every time we change the cylinder, which you'd want to rename it something different, you can see it's actually matching different parts. And you can do the same thing with these arms and everything else, but yeah, that's a whole other area of naming all the material slots. So anyway, so how we find these parts. So upper link, simply if you look at the attachers, now I do want to show you that if we go into the original, and I did get rid of these lines because I am using custom colors, so I did delete these, but you can see you can manually change these in the XML, but it's not going to change in the store. So I basically deleted those lines. So if we come back over here, you can see that in that line they are gone. So we want to go find the material slot name. So basically all you have to do is follow this path. This can be a little difficult, but it's all you have to do is just follow it. So it's not that big a deal. If we simply go to the data and we go to shared, then we go assets. Oops, I need to go data. That's just where it gets confusing. There's two data folders. And we're in shared. Then we want assets. Then we want upper links. And then you should be able just to open the i3D. You can open the XML and see where it specifically pulls from. But a lot of times you can literally, if we just type in Walter, and then we look for that 14750. So there's the 14750. Again, you can find specifics by opening the XML, but if you actually open that i3D up, this is where you can find all your parts. So you simply go in, oops, we're going to hit F to zoom in. So here's where you can start messing with your material slots, and if it's not here, you're not going to be able to change it, just so you know. Let's give you a heads up on that. So as you can see, here's the upper link main material. So if I come down here and type in a 1, you can see that that is what that part is. So you would simply come back up here, you would copy that line, and as you can see, that's where I put it. Upper link main material. You would just need the material slot name and so on and put it in there. Same with upper link head material. So we would go in, you have the upper link head like so. So then you would drop down, upper link head material, as you can see is the name. I know we're reverse engineering this, but if I put a 1 in there, you can see it turns red. So that just gives you an idea how easy that was to find that slot name. Now, again, if it's a part that does not have the slot name, you're not, for example, you're not going to be able to change the color of this RAM right here. You can change it in Giant's Editor all day long, but without actually saving a slot name, which you don't want to do that because this is a data file. So again, like I said, I can come in here and change that, but it isn't going to matter because once it gets in the game, you literally have to export this i3D into your mod somewhere. Yeah, so because you do have some limitations, but you don't really need to change Chrome. I just think it looks kind of odd to have, you know, red parts on a tractor that you want to say turn, you know, green or something like that, if that's what you want to do. So that's the simple part, is just going in and finding that. It's the same thing now if we go to hubs and wheels, it's going to be the same idea. So let's go back, let's find this folder. This is the upper link, so we want to go data, shared, wheels, hubs, and now I found the easiest thing is to do is just simply open up. You can open up the XML again, but if you simply go to the hub i3D, which is right here. The cool thing about this is the same thing, it has them all listed. So we're looking for the N1017. So there's the N10, there's the 17. Again, you can move these things around, just make sure you don't save it. That way if you want to move it out and take a look at it, we get F again to zoom in. So here's where you can actually again see all your parts. So if you click on this guy, you can see there's your bolt material 2. So if you scroll down and you change that to a 1, you can see it changes the bolts. Got to change it a little better so you can see more. You can see it change the color. And then if you go to hub main material 3, same thing, it changes there. So again, you would just copy that slot name, hub main material, and that's where I have the hub. So again, you have hub main material, and then the other hub, same thing, you would come up. So that was the 10-17. Now you want the N10-9. So we would simply come back up here, go to N10, oops, yeah, N10-9, sorry. So we grab that guy, and it's the same thing. You would look, and that's the thing, is a lot of time your bolts are going to be the same name, as you can see. So you don't, as long as that slot name shares the bolt material name, then you don't actually have to add another line in. You just need that line. It'll change everything with that slot name. That's the nice thing about the shader change. So yeah, if we can, you can see it's just changing the axle part. And if you want to go to bolt, same thing, you can see it, and that's what's cool. If you add 2 digits, it makes a neon. So there's the first bolt section. And there's the next. But again, it's hub bolt material, so you don't have to name it twice. So when you come down to the bolts, you can see I simply put hub bolt material, and there's where the hub materials themselves went. So hopefully that wasn't too long. It was enough explanation. If guys need more, I'll try to put some of these files on Farmer Boys. I think that explains enough to get you going if you understand the coloring at all. Like I said, I thought it was kind of neat because I know I had showed how to do the rims and the hubs, matching them to colors, but I thought I would show you how you could directly call dynamically loaded hubs, bolts, or parts like this and change the colors without actually having the i3D in the file itself. So I hope that helps. Please pass it forward, share it with other people. You don't have to share the video, just show them how to do it. That's the best part about this modding community, is helping each other out. We'll catch you next time.